Hello and welcome. This is MechCommander, and we're back with some more MechCommander 2, and it's time to listen to another mission briefing.
It is time to strike at House Davian.
But we need the eyes of the inner sphere clouded, temporarily. Our next target should be a pair of communication transmitters located on the moon. Destroy them, and the Steiner and Davian leaders will be unable to receive further orders.
But if we strike directly at them...
This gives us time to assure their mutual destruction, my son. But take care, Sangwei. Along with Clan Max, Major Kelly brought back several warriors they took as bondsmen during their tour against the clans.
Fine. Clanners are brilliant MechWarriors. Let's see how the hero deals with them.
Alright, so we have a tough challenge ahead of us, it sounds like. We have Clanners, which are very good warriors. Alright, so the mission is Remote Assault Eclipsed. Davian forces guard the HPG transmitters located on Carver 5's moon base. Destroy the transmitters, cutting off Carver 5 from the rest of the inner sphere. Take a look at the mission objectives. Wow, that's a lot of objectives. Alright, well, the missions have been rather long lately, and depending on how this one goes, I may consider cutting this into 2 parts, but let's just go ahead and go over the objectives. So we have to destroy both of the transmitters at 1 and 2, or maybe just at 1. Yeah, okay. Capture weapons facility A, B, and C. So yeah, 2 is A, 3 is B, and 4 is C. And then right next to the C weapons facility, we have to destroy a Davian dropship, and then finally extract, which is close to our beginning point for the mission as well. Okay, the Mandrissa has favored you with a mission of the highest importance. Our success in this conflict has depleted Steiner and Davian reserves. Reinforcements from the inner sphere, however, will quickly change the situation. The Mandrissa requires all the transmissions from Carver 5 to be halted until the time is appropriate. Travel to Carver 5's moon base, guarded by Davian forces. The HPG transmitters located there are the only means of communication to the rest of the inner sphere. Render both transmitters inoperable and destroy the Davian dropship stationed there so Major Kelly does not recapture the moon base. As an incentive for this dangerous undertaking, the Mandrissa gives you ownership of all Davian weapons facilities located there. Oh, how generous. Okay, tactical officer's notes. Commander, operating on Carver 5's moon means we won't be able to rely on any support. Don't plan on being able to fly in repair trucks, salvage craft, or any other support options. We only have what we bring. Okay, that's interesting. First time I've seen that. This moon base holds Davian's main weapons storage facility, as well as the HPG station. That means it's going to be guarded with some heavy firepower. Expect the best stationary defense that Davian has, Gauss rifle turrets. Their intel also reports the presence of clanners, probably bondsmen serving under the Davian banner. Don't underestimate the clanners. They're born and bred for mech combat. Alright, so this is going to be a tough one. Looks like we have 230 tons to work with. Let's go ahead and just remove everything here. I did like the Zeus that we used in the last mission. I think I might use that one again. We might want to go heavy on this one. I'm not exactly sure. If we're talking about sensors, I think the Men Shen might do what we need it to do. In that it's a fairly heavy mech with good firepower, but it also has very good sensors and the ECM suite as well. So let's add that in. So we now have a little under 100 tons to work with. That does mean our Atlases are straight out. We could slap in one of our catapults, and that would leave us how many tons left? Now, I do want to redo the catapult. I really don't like the loadout that we have for it. Where is the catapult? There it is. So add that in. Leaves us with 30 tons, so we could slap in here a lighter mech like the Anubis that we used in the last mission, or we could do one of our Razorbacks. Either would be fine. Although if we're putting in a light mech, I don't really see the point in having a Men Shen, and in that case, we're probably better off with something else. It's actually kind of a tough call. I mean, I like the advanced sensors here. We could go under tonnage. There's nothing technically wrong with that. I could go with an Atlas instead of the Zeus. That would make us a lot slower, though. So I have to keep that in mind. But between the two, we've got Claymore's Atlas, which has machine guns, which honestly, actually both of them do. It's just a matter of whether you have more missile systems or not. And then you have large pulse laser and LRM racks. And then here you have ER lasers and LRM racks. Well, I don't know which is better. Let's just take a look at the Atlas itself, the normal Atlas, and we'll modify it. So the catapult we have is going to definitely need modified. I don't like the streak SRMs. They only hit targets that are stationary, and most of the time that means they're missing. So I'd be much happier using that. What's the catapult elite? Oh, okay. Well, I don't really like that. So we use this loadout, and I'm happy with that. And then for the Mention, I didn't do any upgrades to this at all, and I'm still not sure if it really needs it. We could upgrade some of these pulse lasers to clan ones, though, because I don't know if we had clan lasers the last time we used one of these guys. So, as a difference between a pulse laser and a clan pulse laser, so 2 and 3.5 versus 2 and 4. So this is slightly better. Oh, as a matter of fact, it's the same amount of heat, so we're actually much better off with the clan pulse lasers as opposed to the other ones. So might as well switch that out. And that's just a straight upgrade. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the loadout that we have. Okay, so we are going to have to change that. So we're just going to call this one the C3 because we're using clan technology. Okay, and then Atlas, we're going to modify that as well. And mostly what I'm looking to do here, we're going to get rid of that. And I don't think I want ER lasers. Maybe. We'll see. Do we want streaks or do we just want LRMs? I think we want all LRMs. We want to emphasize the long-range firepower that we've got with that. Alright, I'll do that later. Okay, so we were using a heavy autocannon. I really don't want to use a heavy autocannon. Instead, we could use... Well, an ultra heavy autocannon would be even better. It would be same amount of damage, but more frequent. Not a huge upgrade. But it'd be something. Alternatively, we could go with a bunch of clanner weapons, but... You know what? I am going to go with this ultra heavy autocannon. Let's try that. Then we'll slap on the LRM racks here. Okay, so we're a little shy of heat because this is a little bit more heat intensive. Alright, never mind then on that. Okay, so that's my idea for now. Now granted, the ER large laser, or the ER laser, I might be getting rid of here. As a matter of fact, let's get rid of those for now. Let's do this heavy ultra autocannon. And machine guns I'm going to get rid of. Because I think we're better off using other weapons. Like, for instance, the clan pulse lasers or the clan ER lasers. As a matter of fact, what's the difference between a clan ER laser? It's, again, just fire rate. Fire rate is better. So I could do clan ER lasers. I wouldn't be able to do the last one, but what I'm figuring here is we grab a heatsink, which is going to help with some of our... And then do one more clan ER laser. And then for the rest, we could do another heatsink and then do a final ER laser. Now, that would mean that we would have mostly limited close-range firepower. Unless we switch back to the SRMs. Which I am thinking about doing. Right now, this is my loadout. And you know what? I think I am going to switch back to those. Maybe I'll do 6 racks, and then we'll do 2 of the streak. Okay, I think that's going to be our loadout for now. And... no, we don't have enough C-bills for that. Oh, come on, you're going to make me do that over again? So we have to go in and buy and sell a mech. That pisses me off that I have to do that over again. Alright, so... do we really need 3 of these guys? Let's just sell one. There. Okay, now we have to do that whole modification over again, which kind of pisses me off, but... especially as I had to strip out almost all of my weapons. Okay, so we're going to do the ultra-heavy autocannon. We're going to do the clan ER lasers, which are better than the standards. Okay, we're going to get rid of these. And we're going to slap on 1 heatsink. Put that down there. And we're going to grab some more LRM racks. And then 1 more heatsink. And then finally our last clan ER laser. Alright, so that's going to be the loadout I go with. We're going to accept that. And we're going to call this the C4. Okay. So I think I'm ready to go with this loadout. I think that's as good as it's going to get. Let's go ahead and go on to the pilot selection. And we are a little shy by 10 tons of what we could bring. Okay, so we're going to want to go elite here. So the Hacksaw is going to pilot our Atlas. Although technically he would be better off in the catapult if I think about it. And then Steel is going to be in our... well, we want Worm in the Scout. And then we have Steel or Twitch. I think we'll use Steel here, even though we're not going to get that much of an advantage of the pulse lasers because we didn't use pulse lasers. But that's what we're going to go for. As I think he is a better pilot. I mean... to be honest with you, Twitch seems to be the better of the two. Just from a pure pilot standpoint. Alright, so we're going super elite here. We've got a catapult, we've got Menshen, and we've got an Atlas. And we have our best pilots in them. Let's go ahead and launch. And here's hoping the mission goes well. I mean, they don't give me a lot of tonnage to work with. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. So, our first objective is going to be over this way. We see the sensors. Now, I do have a Menshen, which will allow me to go in and do some things without triggering this. But the question is, where is the sensor array? And we might be able to take it out and allow my other mechs to act without getting caught. So these are our main target here. You were already told we have no resource points and we're not going to be able to get any more. Okay, over here, just turret controls. More turret controls. Just a couple turret generators. Repair bay, that's probably going to be important at some point. Turret control. Still not finding where the sensor array is. Or the sensor grid. Now I could just go and take out the sensors with my Menshen without drawing the enemy, but I just want to see if we can find it, because if we can find it, then we can take it ourselves, and then that will help us a lot. It's possible I missed it. There it is, right there. And as a matter of fact, I think it may be capturable. If I had jump jets, which I don't. I'd have to come around this way, come up this way. There's bound to be enemies in the way. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe going up this way. I'd have to go as a group, so they would see me coming. We'd come in here. We'd take out the dropship first, which is not really our first objective, but we'd get the sensor control taken out. And honestly, it looks like we've got a lot of means to do this. So go ahead, select our command group so that we're good to go. And let's start moving here. So ideally, we want to stay out of the sensor range if we can. And we want to capture that sensor grid to give us an idea of where the enemy is. If I can get away with the Menshen being the one that comes in here, I will, but I don't think that that's going to happen. The sensors of the Menshen should start popping things up for us, if there is anything over here. You two have gone far enough. You're just outside the sensor range. Huh. There's like literally nothing here, unless they're powered down. Okay, so we have our first contact. And it's all the way... Where is it? That's sensor. That's a mech. It's a heavy mech. So it is in between me and the sensor control, which is what we want to capture here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Menshen. Come in. Now it's possible the dropship has weapons, so I can't just take this lightly. And we're going to come over here and attack this fuel tank. That should be enough. Okay, I don't know if that did it. Well, it did something. We drew the heavy mech towards us. Start moving. As he comes over, he's not going to do anything. Okay. Clearly because he can't see me. Alright, I'm just going to grab the command group. We're not going to be able to do this with just the Menshen. I mean, I've got long-range missiles and stuff, but this is going to be easier if we do this as a group. Now, that does mean that the enemy will see me coming, and they will be alerted to my presence, but we should be able to, as a group, take this guy out. It's a single heavy mech, and we have... pretty good group here. I don't know what kind of mech this is going to be. It's a Davian mech, so I guess we'll find out. Go ahead and select dropship as my target.
Mech power-up detected. Objective complete.
Okay. It's back off.
Yeah, sure, you got it. Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Twitch here. Commander, I'm taking heat. Worm here.
Alright.
On me.
Just focus on this guy.
Twitch here. Roger that target. Twitch here. I'm losing armor.
Okay.
I love this job.
Why are my mechs not... Somehow I got my mechs deselected.
Roger.
Okay, that guy's down.
Worm here. They're on me. Worm here. Roger that. Target confirmed. I got it.
Okay.
This one's dead.
Taken care of. Alright, so as much as this is...
Message from clan ejection pods, sir. With this oath, we pledge to serve as your bondsmen and die at your command.
Okay, so they have pledged to serve me, I guess. No, this was the last objective, but
TAC map updated.
to be honest with you, this is clearly the first objective that I should be taking.
Captured.
Okay, let's go ahead and repair at the repair bay if it's going to give me one. And now we can see the enemy. I should probably start scouting. So let's go ahead and take a look at, well, you know, while we have the repairs happening, we'll scout. So a lot of stuff over here.
Warm here. Good to go, boss.
Patrol over here. Let's go ahead and get another mech into the repair bay. Okay. I don't know if you need a repair. No, you don't. All right. So as I was saying, we've got a patrol here. We've got some stuff here. Pretty light defenders over here. I don't know what happened here, but there's some damage going on. And what do we have over here? So we've got the turrets. Now, these gauze rifles are probably not going to be an easy thing to deal with.
Twitch here. Yeah, mech repaired.
So the question is, how are we going to engage this base? Because if we can figure a way through, we should be able to do most of the objectives without too much difficulty, I would imagine. But I think we don't want to capture all of these. We just really want to force our way in one way and then try and capture the rest of the objectives through that direction. So once we figure that out, I think we should probably stick to it. And to be honest with you, I think this is going to be the easiest target for us because there are defenses, but depending on how we move here, we might be able to get through right here. So I'm going to start moving my group over here. My group over here. And let's see how we path over there. Honestly, I don't know how we're going to path there. And it looks like we've got a way down this way. So that's the biggest problem sometimes with this game is you just really don't know how your mechs are going to path. I think if we hold in the control key, we can see their pathing to a certain extent. Nah, that mostly just shows where their waypoint is. There is a waypoint system as well, but I don't really recall 100% on how to use it. But let's just get over here. I'm okay engaging these guys, to be honest with you. Let's draw up the... Oh, we missed one of the objectives. You were supposed to capture a facility. This facility. I'll have Worm do it, because he is a faster mech, and we'll let the other mechs go.
Roger that.
Okay. Then when Worm's done with that, we'll have him meet up with the rest of the group. The Atlas is going to be a little bit of a liability when it comes to covering ground. That's why we should just engage from one direction rather than... Let's have you back up a little bit.
Objective complete.
Okay. Have you come back. All right, these two can engage.
This is it. This is it. The Clan Gorse rifle. When you absolutely, positively have to take an Atlas head clean off. I love this job.
Okay, then. We might be able to engage some of these guys from this ridge. Whether or not we can move down there or not, I don't know, but... Oh, we've got enemy coming in on us. Go ahead and hit this guy. We'll start moving over this way. Let's grab the... Move you guys this way. Grab you. Have you run up this way. And we'll meet together as a group. We've got these guys coming in. Exactly sure what you think you're doing. But it'd be nice if you moved over this way.
Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target.
Okay. Let's grab our mechs as a group.
Twitch here. Right to that target.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume that that's enough. Oh, holy crap.
Took one in the shoulder. Consider it done.
Okay, that's enough of that. We don't want to take any more damage there.
Twitch here. Roger that target. Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Check.
Let's focus on this guy.
Here. Roger that target. Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Check. Oh boy.
Okay, I'm going to assume that they're going to continue to make a beeline
Hey, I'm under fire over here.
for our medium mech here. It appears that they are.
Roger.
So we're going to try and take them out as they do that.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target. Yeah, he's done.
Okay, unfortunately, Worm took heavy damage there. Let's go ahead and have Worm go back and get repaired at the repair facility. There's other repair facilities on this map, but we might as well take advantage of the repair facilities that we have for now. So again, we're going to try and come up on this ridge and see if we can engage. We also have vehicles or mechs coming in around this side. So we're going to take these guys out as they come to us.
Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Roger.
We might be able to take this guy from range. We're going to keep backing up.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target. Let's go, loser. See ya.
You just call me a loser?
Roger.
Okay, another one of these guys.
Hacksaw here. Locking in target.
They're rocking PPCs, which are, in this game, medium range, so we can take advantage of them with our LRMs and just keep hitting them.
See ya. Twitch here. Roger that target. Check. Worm here. Good to go, boss. Roger. Let's go, loser. Enemy down.
Okay,
Hacksaw
Worm
here.
seems like
Good is dead.
good to go.
Roger. Vehicle
All right,
destroyed.
we've got some mechs with sensors coming in. Go ahead and engage those guys. Okay, another one of these Uller mechs.
Sure, you got it. Hacksaw here. Looks like I'm the target. Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged.
Okay, that guy looks like he's probably done.
Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. Yeah, sure, you got it.
Okay, Worm's on his way.
I got him. He's down.
Okay, we don't have that many enemies left in the area, so we should be able to take this facility okay. And honestly, it looks like we've already taken out a good chunk of the base's defenders. And again, if we attack from just one direction, we might be able to take this out without too much difficulty. Let's see if we get up on this ridge, if we can get sight lines on this guy. I don't want to blunder into
Twitch here. Roger that target.
the turrets, which honestly, I think we are going to have to attack them in some way, because the way that this ridge is, I don't think...
Yeah, sure, you got it.
Alright, we can't hit that guy any more than we already have, it looks like. See, I'm going to assume we have to go all the way over there, so that does mean we are going to have to come over and address these turrets. Which is unfortunate, because I don't think there's going to be an easy way
Twitch here.
for us to
Yeah,
capture
target
these.
acknowledged. Worm here. Yeah, target locked in. No sweat.
Okay. That's taken out. Okay, I didn't really want you to close in like that. I wanted you to fight.
I got it. Worm here. I can see daylight through my neck.
Okay.
Hacksaw here.
So now what we want to do, if I will follow my commands, is we want to attack either that or the turret control building. Now, see, we want to attack the generator.
Twitch here. Roger that target.
As long as we can stay at range, we should be able to hit it.
Turrets deactivated.
Okay.
Yeah, target acknowledged.
That's taken care of. Now, I have taken damage, enough damage where I would consider getting repaired here in the catapult. Alright, so we are going to have to hit these guys.
Switch here. Roger that target.
Stay a little bit away. Hit this guy.
Worm here. Yeah, target locked in. I got it.
Okay, that should be enough. Let's hit the generator now.
Yeah, target acknowledged. I got it. Twitch here. Roger that target.
For whatever reason, though, it's not allowing me to hit it.
Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Check.
Alright, well, let's hit the wall.
Worm here.
Give ourselves line of sight.
Target locked
Then hit the...
Roger. Hacksaw here. It's as good as dead. Roger.
Turrets deactivated.
Alright, now we have our way in. Let's capture this facility.
I got it.
We have objective number 2 taken care of. Now, I am very tempted to send our
Objective
catapult
complete.
back, because at this point we're going to have some really heavy fighting up ahead, and having a hacksaw on half health seems like not the best idea.
More clan tech, Skipper. This time it's clan long-range missile racks. Beautiful stuff. Those clanners pack twice the firepower in the same payload area as ours. It's beautiful.
Alright, so I'm just going to send hacksaw off to get repaired. And we're going to do a little bit of scouting ahead while we wait. So, because we're now inside the perimeter, I don't think we have to worry about these turrets anymore. So we can go straight on to objective number 1. Now, the last one we have to do after that is objective number 3, which is down here. And from what I can see, moving along this way, we should be able to get to that without hitting too many turret controls either, and then this should be an easy capture. So really, this is going to be the tough bit. And what makes it tough is all of the turrets and things that are in between me
Roger.
and victory. So hopefully we can hit these at range and do good damage to them. Okay, we have some infantry coming in,
Roger that target.
as well as... Let's just go ahead and hit the infantry.
Here. Roger that. Target confirmed. Roger. Worm here.
Okay, we really didn't want to be that close to the storm, but we're here, so let's just go ahead and hit them.
One less enemy.
Okay, we have another one coming in.
Roger.
Let's keep our distance. The more of these vehicles we take out now, the better off we'll be. Okay, good.
Get down.
See if we can get back on this turret.
I got it.
Okay, that turret's down. Let's take the next one. Actually, I don't know which one's closer, this one or that one.
Here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Worm here. Yeah, target locked in. Yeah, sure, you got it.
Okay, let's take out the next turret.
Consider it done.
This is the real advantage in this game of having long-range weapons. Okay, let's go after the station now, as there shouldn't be any turrets that are going to be a problem for us. And we're just waiting for Hacksaw to
Hacksaw here.
come join us.
Buffed and shiny, boss.
So I want Hacksaw to come over this way. And I'm going to have to keep an eye on his pathing to make sure he's going the right way for that and not getting hit by a bunch of turrets. Okay, so we took that out. Let's go ahead and hit the autocannon here.
Roger that target.
We're just going to systematically attack these until they're done.
Roger that. Twitch here. Roger that.
Not sure what the problem is here, why we can't hit these guys. I'm going to assume it's something to do with line of sight.
Twitch here. Roger that target.
What was causing the issue, I don't know.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Okay, let's hit this one.
Yeah, sure, you got it.
So far, it looks like Hacksaw's pathing just fine. As a matter of fact, by the time he gets here, we might not need him.
Worm here. Hey, I'm under fire over here. Roger.
Okay, we've got a light mech on the way.
Worm here. Roger that.
Just keep backing up. Let him come to us, and then we'll use our firepower against him.
Commander, I'm taking heat.
Okay, that mech's out.
Roger. I got him. He's down.
Okay. Go back to our objective.
Roger.
Objective complete.
All right, if we knock out these last few turrets, we should be able to pass by.
My plan is successful. With the communication system destroyed,
you got it.
both Steiner and Davian commanders are cut off from their superiors.
Twitch here.
One
Yeah,
is
target
insane,
acknowledged.
the other is spineless. Their mutual destruction is assured.
Yeah, sure. You got it.
Again, I don't know why we're not being able to take advantage of the...
Worm here. Roger that. Target confirmed.
Why can't we see these guys? I mean, what's the problem here with a line of sight?
Twitch here. Roger that target.
Okay, I think Hacksaw has finally reached the location we wanted him to move, so we'll grab him and have him path down this way. Should arrive there appropriately, and then we'll go ahead and have him join the rest of the group when he gets a chance. Okay. Go ahead and hit this guy.
Roger.
And then finally this guy, and we should be good to go.
Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged.
All right. So again, I don't know what was causing the problems there with the line of sight, but now we're going to start moving here. There's a medium mech here, but we have really no reason to engage him. As long as he doesn't come after us, we're just fine. Okay, I'll have Hacksaw join us. Again, hopefully pathing in an intelligent fashion. Okay, continue to go. Got a medium and a heavy mech, so could be tough. Oh, we've got some infantry on the way.
Twitch here. Yeah, target acknowledged. Twitch here. Roger that target.
All right, let me grab Hacksaw here and make sure that he is pathing correctly. So over that way. I think we'll be okay. Continue to destroy the infantry that's coming after us. Problem is, I don't think, unless I tell them to attack, they're going to attack these guys.
Twitch here. Roger that target.
Take those guys out. Let's go after the Yager mech here.
Yeah, target acknowledged.
Okay, I think our medium mech is taking pretty good damage. Let's back off.
Locking in target.
Let's have you run away. Okay, we've got another mech coming in.
Twitch here. Roger that target. Roger.
Okay, let's have you help out here so that you don't die. Okay, let's have you finish this guy off. Let's have you run away because I don't want to die. Okay.
Roger.
Let's have you start attacking this guy.
Roger. I got it. I got it. Roger.
Okay, make sure you're not pathing in a stupid fashion. Okay, so they were making a beeline for our medium mech, which they tend to do. Okay, let's get over here, capture this. Matter of fact, I don't know if we want to have our heavier units do that or not. I'm just going to have Worm just go straight to our extraction point. And I think I'm going to have the Atlas do the same thing. I don't know if it's going to path properly. We'll have to make sure it does. No, it's not going to path properly. So I'm going to have to manually tell it which way to go here. Okay. You can come over this way. Hacksaw can capture the facility.
Objective complete.
All right, that's the mission. So now we just have to path our guys back to the extraction point.
You gotta love this. Clan Ultra Autocannon components. All kinds. It's gonna cost serious C-bills to make the modifications to our mechs, but it's worth it.
Okay. So these guys are going to take a while to get to the end of the mission, but we got through it not too bad. Just needed a proper course to take, and once we discovered it, we were pretty much good to go. I think it was important to take out that sensor grid because it made it so the enemy couldn't easily see us and know where we were going to be. At this point, it might be okay if I path them over to the extraction point, but I'm just going to give them one more move command, make sure they're going the right way. But this base has a lot of turrets, but really when you realize that all you have to do to get into the base is enter this crater network, it's not that bad. Then you just have to systematically take out the turrets, and as long as you have long-range weapons like I did, you can pretty much take advantage of that. And let's go ahead and have them path to the extraction point now that they've gotten to that waypoint. And they should path in the correct direction. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Now, unfortunately, we can't do any salvage in this mission. We're just going to have to get what we get out of it. I don't know if it's even going to allow me to do any salvage for this mission. We'll have to see. But I don't have a lot of C-bills to do salvage anyway, so it's just going to be however much they pay me with. And these forces over here are going to just be left untouched. We had no reason to really fight them. As a matter of fact, we probably fought more than we really needed to. But, we got through the mission. That's what matters. So really, we're just waiting on our Atlas to lumber his way over to the extraction point. I would say this is one of the parts of the game that is kind of a little meh, is the fact that you have to get to an extraction point to end every mission. It'd probably be better just if the mission had ended, rather than me have to do this. Now, at times, it does matter because things happen in between the end of the mission and the extraction point, but if that's going to happen, just make that be the way the mission ends. Don't have every mission end this way, because this was very anticlimactic. There was really no point for me to do this. The mission just as easily could have ended after I destroyed or finished the last objective, but...
Objective complete.
It is what it is, and maybe it's done that way to prevent players from being able to cheese the system in some way.
Mission successful.
Okay, so we do get the ability to salvage, and I'm going to go straight for the clan mechs. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have enough to actually salvage both of them, so... Out of the two, which one should I prioritize? Well, if we do that one, we can't do much salvage outside of that. We could do that one, we get more salvage outside, but there are mechs that I don't know if I really want. So there's that too. We could do a couple of these Ullers though. I don't know if we have picked any of these up not yet. So that might not be a bad call. So we do a Ryokan and 2 Ullers. We miss out on the Thor, unfortunately. But that's going to just have to be what it is. All right, so... That's that mission completed. Let's see how our pilots did. So Hacksaw picks up a bunch of kills. Pretty typical for him. Okay. Liao, Sunburst of Gallantry. Does that mean this is the last Liao mission? So we didn't get a reward for having a pilot in every mission, if this is the last mission of the campaign. Alright, so Twitch managed to kill 7 or more mechs. Let's see his actual count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he gets a nice medal for that.
This is all we can see of Carver 5. We don't know how long it will be before contact can be re-established. Reports from the planet are sketchy at best. Refugees continue to evacuate, bringing with them stories of horror and hardship.
Widespread fighting has swept the planet. Early accounts indicated that Steiner and Davian forces had finally engaged. New reports suggest that House Liao has been drawn into the fighting. And now unconfirmed sources tell us that a revolution is underway and that partisans plan to storm the capital. With communications cut on Carver 5, we will all have to wait to see how this drama plays out.
We are pleased, Sangwei.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pick this up in the next video. We'll see what the mission briefing here is going to tell us, but it looks like we're still working for House Liao, at least at this point we are, and it looks like we have a number of options as far as missions to choose from, so looks like we're going to be working for them for at least the next few missions. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is MechCommander, signing out.